everybody. Okay, looks like I'm live and I am keeping it real here. I decided I am not cleaning up this hot mess that's going on behind me. You're going to see what it's really like to be me. I am so overwhelmed right now with things that are going on. But I'm determined. I'm determined to get caught up here. So, first of all, day 3. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. Okay, here's my, something fell on the floor there. You know, I'm rolling over it. Day 3 was Mother's Day card. I posted a picture of a Mother's Day card that I made. And then for whatever insane reason, I decided that I needed to make a Mother's Day card live. So let's just start with that. I found the card that I wanted to make, or the inspiration and the directions to it. And you guys, I got into watching the video to make it, and I had to just like the presenter, excuse me, literally started by saying, if you've never made this card before, make one out of practice paper. So I'm not about practice paper, right? I'm just going to go for it because I've got the capability to stop and start my video. So I got out paper and I started making the card and all of the cuts and folds and score lines that it needed. And the next thing I know, like I pretty much had the whole card done. And so no live video on making it, but I'm going to finish it today for you and show you one of the techniques that I used. And then below or above this video, I will put a link to the demonstrator that I followed the video to, if I can find it. I am, again, a little bit crazy here. So that will be the Mother's Day. Then Saturday that was Friday, right? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Monday, Sunday, Saturday was the Mother's Day card. Sunday was your choice. Again, posted a card. Can't remember right now what I posted. Oh, I posted my little totes. So again, no live video on making these, but this is from the notes and totes. I will post some pictures of those also. I made these for my catalog kickoff on Thursday, and I made a variety of totes out of the new colors. So no video Saturday or Sunday. Today is flowers. And so here's the funny part. The Mother's Day card that I made to do a live video for on, again, what the heck day is it? Monday, Sunday, Saturday, is a flower card. So I'm double dipping since I already posted a Mother's Day card. Today I'm going to post this flower card, and I'm going to, again, show you a few little tips on how I did it. And then I'm going to go ahead and color in Mother's Day, your choice, and flowers. And then hopefully tomorrow get caught up again. Tomorrow, you guys, I'm going on a tour of not an insane asylum, a mental health institute in Cherokee, Iowa. Group of my friends that I used to work with at Joann Fabrics have decided this is something we should do. So tomorrow's again going to be a busy day. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will have time. I think I'll do it before I leave. So I'll be on in the morning with a sketch. Ooh, tomorrow's sketch is let's see, tomorrow is May 6th, my sister's birthday. Here's the sketch I'll be doing tomorrow. All right, easy peasy. You know what I might use? Oh my gosh, again, piles here. I got this in the mail today from somebody who I commented on their page. I'm going to have to look up her first name, Springfield, Ohio. But guess what? She sent the pieces to make a card. And you know what I was just looking at? The sketch for tomorrow has some strips. Maybe I will find this card and create that one for you all tomorrow. Let's see if that ties together. Who knows? All right. Again, I just have a big old giant mess going on here. I have a couple other funny things to share with you. First of all, out my window is a big tree, and I have 4 baby squirrels. That's also absorbing a little bit of my time because I get a little addicted sitting on the deck watching them. Yesterday evening, my husband and I were sitting outside, and he decided that he should find squirrel sounds on YouTube or on, I don't know, he Googled it. And he played a couple different squirrel sounds, and we didn't really get much of a reaction out of the 4 babies or the mama. But then he played one, and that mama, she shot those babies into the hollow part of our tree as fast as she could. And I said to Doug, "What did you just play?" It was the sound of a distressed baby squirrel. So I'm not going to lie, we did that probably 3 times. And that's when the mama took all 4 babies and put them into a different hole in the tree. And then it got too dark. We couldn't hardly see anything. So they're all still there today, climbing up and down the tree. They're about, I don't know, they're about that big. Maybe, let me grab my ruler here. I would say that they're about maybe 6 or 8 inches long, maybe give or take with the length of their tail. They're cute little red squirrels. That's distracted me. I had a neighborhood chat going on for quite some time on kids on 4-wheelers in the neighborhood last night and the police, and I missed all that excitement. Probably because we were, I don't know, that must have been before we were in the backyard. Anyway, we did yard work this weekend. We put junk out for spring cleanup. And it's just been busy. I have, my funny story. So I have catalog kickoff coming up this week, and I have a summer retreat coming up in July. I've had a couple people ask me today about the summer retreat and the theme. Summer retreat, garden party. And my response is like, they're asking me, like, "Oh, so are you getting ready for your garden theme party or whatever?" And I'm like, "Nope, not even a thought." Came up with the name. I thought that was pretty good. And then another person asked about my catalog kickoff party this Thursday and wanted to know how many make and takes there were going to be. And I said, I don't know. Depends on how many I get designed or thought of or prepared by Thursday. Again, just a crazy. I cannot believe how busy you can be when you're retired. It's amazing. So, all right, enough about all of that. Let me flip you down here and see if I can make some sense out of anything. Okay, remember when the whole Card a Day in May started? The first day was birthday, and I used these supplies, and I decided instead of putting them all away to use them on the second day, same supplies. So my thought on the Mother's Day card when the presenter said use scrap paper and I didn't was, use the same supplies. Thinking for one that this set, which is called, it's right here, wanted to say had the word celebrate in it, which it doesn't, and this is now retired. This is no longer available, so I can quit using that on my videos, which is fine because it didn't have the word celebrate anyway. All right, so here's the practice scrap card that I made without using scrap paper because I don't tend to follow directions very well. And it's called a fan card, I believe. Again, I will find this video and I will post it on my page so that you guys can follow the directions. This is the part that I'm going to show you how I made that to keep it, I think, a little simpler for you. So, I used, in just a random order here, I used the party dots and I put several on rather than just 3. I used the birthday treats mix and match ephemera pack. And I'm getting down to the bottom of the ephemera pack. What I have left are the big pieces. I've used a lot of the little ones. And I used the paper from the Wildflower Birthday 12 by 12 DSP. All right. The new thing that I used is this Stampin' Up! Masking paper. So let me show you how I used this. It's a pack of 12 sheets, and they are, I'm going to say 5 by 7. So the full sheet, well, you can tell the full sheet is that size, right? So I cut this piece. Okay, back up. I'm going to demonstrate what I did with some of the leftover pieces here. So I created kind of a collage. I'm showing you how I created this right here. Let me get a little bit closer. Okay, so I don't want to use those, but I will use a cupcake. I will use, maybe I'll use 2 cupcakes. I don't want those. Maybe a balloon. And maybe this. Okay, I want to use the happy birthday in here. I know there's a bunch of those left. All right. So I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use 2 cupcakes, a pink and a peach pie. And I'll use one of those, and we'll see what we need on those. All right. So here's how I created this collage-ish. I laid my things on my glass mat here in kind of the way that I wanted them to be laid out when they were finished. Okay, let me get up a little bit higher here. There. Okay. Laid them out how I wanted them to look when the collage was finished. Let's put that right there. And let's put a little bit of gold in here. All right. So this is kind of how I want it to look when it's done. Then I took a piece of masking paper and cut it to about the size, and I rubbed this on my pant leg so it wasn't super sticky. This is like a giant Post-it note at this point. And I put it on top like this. This is so reminding me of my friend Ruth, who invented a thing called, I can't remember, but it was for scrapbookers. We actually used them for card makers too, now that I'm thinking about it. But instead of having to do tear tape to hold this all together. Hers had, it was like a sticky mesh. It was very cool. All right, so I think I have everything taped. Now you could use regular Scotch tape if you want to. I just use tear tape because it's right here. Now I can take off this masking paper and I can decide kind of where I want that on my card. And I don't have to fuss with figuring it all out and then trying to get it the same once I turn them over. So then what I did was I put the back, covered the back with dimensionals. Some of them needed on this card one layer, some needed 2 layers, so I could raise them up as high. No, this layer needed glue, this layer needed 2 dimensionals, and this layer needed 3 dimensionals. So just a little tip on how I attached my collage. If that helps you at all, great. All right, this card is a 5x7. So I did have an envelope that size. I do not have any leftover leaves, but I am going to decorate the envelope a little bit, and this is going to be a card that you would give in person. So I'm actually even going to put some dimensionals on the back of the flower, and then I'm going to tuck. These are the remaining gold pieces from this pack of ephemera. I'm going to tuck that in there. And maybe I'll go ahead and tuck one more in and make it super special. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to stamp. By the way, this I will save because it's still sticky. I'll just set it aside. Maybe I'll put it back in the packaging. We'll see. And now I'm going to get out my bubble bath. Pretty in pink. I think I'm going to use, let's see, what is the pink in here? Pretty in pink. And I am going to still give a little homage to the Attention Shopper set, which is still available. So we'll go ahead. You know what I should have done? Nope. I was going to say I should have embossed the envelope, but it's too big. I could emboss a section of the envelope, but too late. All right, now we're going to put Just for You on the front. I'm going to remember to stamp the back. I used to always stamp the back in black, and now I've decided to stamp the back in whatever color I happen to have available, or whatever happens to be open for that card. Now, this, I already put some dimensionals here, so I am going to be sure to move my stamp over so I get a nice crisp image. All right, so let's take a look at the whole kit and caboodle. Let's get all these off the tray. We've got an envelope. Did I just, is that from, oh goodness, that's from right there. No problem. Let's go ahead and flick this with, so I'm taking the blend, the brush end, and I'm taking off the cover, and I'm going to gently flick. I love it already. totally, hopefully hides that little, I've heard them called a halo. When you do that flicking, though, you have to be careful so you don't wreck your brush tip. All right, so we have the envelope. We have the card with the fan front. Happy day. I'm not going to put an inside sentiment yet because this could be wedding, this could be birthday, this could be anniversary, retirement. Ooh, this would be a great retirement card. I've stamped the back, and this is done for day 5 flowers, right? All right. I am going to start a different stamp set and paper for this week. So tune in tomorrow. I think I've done everything. The only thing I really need to do here is color in. So I've got a pink theme going on here, don't I? Mother's Day I did. Only posted a picture, but it counts. Your choice was the tote, and I'm going to use Summer Splash here. I have the markers. I don't have the blends yet. Summer Splash. It's called Strawberry Slush. Not even close. Do any of you have this color left in your retired sets? I didn't. I wasn't around when Strawberry Slush was a color. Let's go ahead and do alcohol inks. Alcohol inks. I obviously have not used that one for a while. Lucky that dries clear. All right, let's just pull in Lemon Lime Twist instead for my flower card today. All right, and we'll put a green there, and we'll put a yellow there, and we'll put how about purple here? Fresh freesia. There we go. Caught up. Tomorrow is a sketch, new papers, and new stamp set. If you're in the area of Worthington, Minnesota, come to the Oasis tomorrow. Thursday, we are having a Cadillac kickoff party from noon till 9. Open house style. Hopefully I come back from the Mental Health Institute tour tomorrow, and we shall see. We'll see you when we see you. All right, friends? Thanks for bearing with my mess. Bye-bye.